What's up, guys? I'm gonna make this as quick as I possibly can. If you want to get straight into the Clash in Italy review, timestamp is right here. Go ahead and get to that review. But because also it's going to be a bit of spoilers in a way. But if you want to see what the King and Queen of the Ring brackets are, stay here because I do have a little bit of thoughts. So the King of the Ring brackets have been released, and they are Penta versus Oba, Solo Sikoa versus Carmelo Hayes, Mysterio, Dominic, excuse me, versus Braun Breaker, Trick Williams versus Damian Priest, Seth Rollins versus Javon Evans, Tonga Tonga versus Ricky Saints, Jey Uso versus LA Knight, and Royce Keys versus Finn Balor. Which I honestly think is a very good bracket. I don't have too many thoughts on the bracket, but if I had to pick a winner from this bracket over here, you're looking at a Braun Breaker. You're potentially looking at maybe even a Seth Rollins if you really want to get freaky with it. If you want to get crazier, if you want to get really crazy with it, you could give it to a Royce Keys. That'd be nice. That'd be fun. But yeah, that's good. I like the bracket on here. Here's where we get my thoughts, because what the fuck? I'm gonna do this in reverse so I can get to the big reveal later. Because what the So let's go backwards. We got Kiana James versus JC Jane. We got Raquel Rodriguez versus Bailey. Lash Legends versus Julia. Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez. We got Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. Lyra Valkyria versus Sol Ruka, your new IC title, mind you. That's in the video that I kind of spoiled, but whatever. Chelsea Green versus Alexa Bliss. And Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Why is she in the Queen of the Ring tournament? She's a champion. Why is she there? You didn't want to give it to another superstar? You didn't want to give it to like a potential Jordan Grace is here. We have Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is still around. Could have given it to a Tiffany Stratton. Blake Monroe's doing nothing currently. Like, we have superstars to use. Why is Liv there? She's a champion. Anyways, out of this, I guess, you're looking at four ways of going. You could do an Io Sky. I like Io. You could be doing that. Could be doing a JC Jane. I think that'd be cool. That'd be fun. Charlotte Flair, be good. That'd be nice. Or if you're really basic and want to do a repeat, you could do Jade Cargill. You know what I mean? I think the women have, or you could do a Becky, but I don't see it fully, be honest. But yeah, there's some options here. But yeah. Why is Liv Morgan there? Anyways, so that's the King and Queen of the Ring tournament brackets released. On to the review, I guess. Why is she there? Ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar has defeated Oba Femi. Now, I am okay with this, because when I thought that WrestleMania was going to be the one and done, and then after that WrestleMania match it was going to be straight to Gunther and Brock, I was scared. I didn't want Brock to be Oba in their one and done match at WrestleMania. I didn't want that. But Oba won. Oba defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Oh, I don't have to worry no more. And Brock came back, and immediately it was kind of a thing of where you could go one or two ways. Either Brock does beat Oba here, or Oba can just clean sweep. And I was banking on the clean sweep. I wanted the clean sweep from Oba and Brock. But tonight was not that night. Brock did beat Oba Femi, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely transparent with all of you real quick. with how with how the show opened, I mean with how the match opened with immediately like 4 F5s, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was about to cry because I was just like because I didn't want, I've kind of swallowed that pill of Brock might win here, and I'm okay with that. However, I didn't want like that. I didn't want the F5 spam straight to the pin for the 1, 2, 3. I was like each F5, my eyes were getting a little teary. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did not want Brock to be Oba in that way. It was really like, oh please. Oba kicked out after I think the 4th one. Thank fucking God. And at that point, he hasn't used that move in a while. Oba starting to get his offense back. Fucking threw that motherfucker like halfway across the ring. It's so good. Brock got Oba got F5 through the table, stood up at 6. Fucking tank he is. And then yeah, from that point on, it just became more of an even battle where it was like Oba would get worked over a little bit, but then he'll come back and get Brock with a hell of a strong style move, whatever that be, a clothesline, his little uppercuts in the corner. It was a great match. And as Brock was lifted up for the not spirit bomb, that's Keith Lee's move. I miss Keith Lee, where is he? As Brock got lifted up into the fall from grace, he jumped out of it, hit an F5, and then got the win. I will also say, I don't know what happened, but at one point, literally Brock got lifted up for the fall from grace, and I don't know how, but my Chromebook got shifted to where instead of going straight to the end of the match, it jumped to the very beginning, and I was like, no, what happened? I got there at the perfect time to see Oba get F5'd in for the win. And also Brock, he was on camera saying, 1 + 1, boy. 1 + 1. It's like 1. That's 2, Brock. You don't have 2 points. Oba has 1. You have 1. That's not 1 + 1. That's 1 for 1 or whatever, Brock. Yeah, it was a good match. It was a good night of wrestling tonight, boys. It was good. This is a good show. That's really the main thing I wanted to talk about. Everything else of it, like I could talk about a new champion. But who could that be? We'll get to that in a second. A controversial finish, which we'll actually get to in a very quick second. And yeah, it was a good night. So let's go ahead and quickly get in through to a night Clash in Italy. What the fuck? Where'd my notes go? Shit. There they are. Okay, sorry, I couldn't find my notes. I actually didn't take a lot of notes because 1, I don't want these to take too much longer anymore, but also when it's just a standard good match, what is there to comment on? Gunther doesn't like we get to Gunther versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. What is there to talk about? Good reversals, good moves, good chokes, good cutters, good kicks. It was a good match. They had great chemistry. Yeah, Cody just won, and he won kind of controversial. So the standard of a rope break, to get your foot or your hand on the rope for the ref to potentially see for a rope break. That's what you would imagine a rope break being. But there is also a very weird rule within the rope breaks that if you're underneath the rope, that is still a rope break. And Gunther had his leg basically outside of the ring, basically. And the ref still counted the 3 count. So, rematch, I guess? King of the Ring? King and Queen of the Ring, I guess, rematch? Maybe even SummerSlam rematch? No? That was a very interesting finish, but it was good. Cody is still your undisputed championship. Also, they did this a lot, and I was really surprised. They just cut the people in the crowd, and I just commented to the people in the crowd, things we don't have for you at the moment. We have LA Knight, we have Montez Ford, and we had all 3 of the women in Judgment Day. That was the first round. We got, what, 2 more? I have to remember to move my little cursor away from the stop button. I did this before I just stopped recording because I hit the keyboard. Anyways, we got Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the women's WWE Championship. And honestly, better match than their Mania match, because who would have thought? You give a match for the title time, it's better. Who would have thought? I wouldn't have thought. So WWE's are the real genius here, not us wrestling fans for knowing wrestling. Jade did a very good move at near the very start, like definitely after the feeling out process, where she grabbed Rhea by the head, basically launched her into the rope. So they're on the outside. Let me get that. They're on the outside. Jade launches Rhea to the ropes for Rhea to bounce off straight into like a GTS knee. That was pretty cool. I like that. That popped me. Yeah, and then it's just a back and forth. Jade really working over Rhea. I like that. We got we got Rhea paying tribute to EO, doing a little roll through stomp. That was good. Hit a riptide. Yeah, no, wait, holy fuck. So she does the roll through thing. Meechin and BFAB come out. Then Rhea hits the riptide for a failed rope break attempt. Let's stop with the rope breaks. Like, you know what? Yeah, let's stop with the rope breaks, guys. You've done two in the past. You've already done two in the two matches. Granted, one of those supposedly, most likely, was a plan, and that was supposed to happen with Cody and Gunther. But BFAB just didn't get her foot on. It was only 1, 2, and BFAB went to put it on and missed the rope completely and just dropped Jade's foot away from the rope, so I had to quickly and Jade just put her foot onto the rope itself and was like, it's like, oh no, it's falling apart. And then they not disqualifies, but kicks Rhea, BFAB and Meechin out. Rhea goes to confront them like, why I oughta. And Charlotte hits a crossbody. Charlotte appeared randomly to hit a crossbody and take out BFAB and Meechin. The Jade hits the Jaded, and I really did think, oh, is that it? And then Rhea knows how to do a rope break, Charlotte knows how to do a rope break, so Charlotte gets Rhea's foot onto the rope. Somehow the ref not seeing that one. That pissed me off a little bit, but whatever. For Rhea to hit the riptide for the win. Rhea retains her Women's World Champion. Hooray. It was a good match. This is better than their WrestleMania match. And I honestly wouldn't be upset to see this match one more time at SummerSlam. I would not be upset to see it. Yeah, then we get to the Brock versus Oba match. Again, I've come to terms with Oba losing his match. I was kind of ready for it, but it does still doesn't feel good. We then get our second round of, we don't really have much for y'all right now, so we'll put you on the crowd. We had the Vision of, what's left of the Vision of Braun Breaker and Theory. Holy shit, guys, the Vision is fucking cursed. We had Julia, and then we had Santino Marella. Hey, I know him. He's an Italian man. He's not, but he kinda is. We then got the Noches I had it. I can't remember what it was. I've been saying it the entirety of yesterday. Fuck. We had the mask versus match between OG Americano and Grande Americano, where we did get the reveal of Chad Gable being the OG. Next for him, now that the mask is gone. We got a big ovation in AAA, so I'm really excited to see if that carries over to the States. I hope it does. I want something good for Chad. We got Soul versus Becky Lynch, and a pretty good match. I enjoyed this match. Where, it was a good back and forth. I'm getting a little tired of the referee bits, low key. Because then it just becomes like, oh, the referee has to do something to where Becky Lynch thinks that, oh, boo, this referee, where's that referee? She's trying to fuck on me. That fucking Ted DiBiase Jr. Well, I love that story. Cody has a good storytelling, but just like where the referee's just trying to like screw up Becky Lynch's win. So at one point, Becky Lynch had sold into like a chaos theory, like on a roll, almost in a way, a chaos theory style, where they run into the corner and then roll up. And for whatever reason, instead of just moving out the way, Jessica jumped out of the ring and then got back in where that should have been a 3. Like, that wasn't needed. We didn't. You moved to the left or the right, away from the corner. They need to jump. See, like it's there where it's like, okay, now we're getting stupid with it. You know, apart from that, it was pretty good. Fucking Sol Ruka, just calm down. She needs to calm down a little bit. She went for her handspring moonsault over the top rope, and she does the handspring, goes to jump, tucks her legs back a little too early, I want to say, and it clips like the middle rope, and she almost lands almost head on with the fucking apron, but she was able to catch herself enough to push her. She was able to catch herself, so like almost doing like a back handspring off the apron, kind of, in a way, to then land on back. It was scary, was what I'm trying to say. Calm down, Sol Ruka. But no, Becky went for the manhandle slam. Sol reversed that into the Soul Snatcher to become your brand new IC title holder. What the fuck? I didn't think we were going to do it here. I feel like there was, I mean, like, it's good it happened here, but I feel like there was a much better story to be had if not there. Like, you could probably like have Sol Ruka in the Queen of the Ring match, have Becky screw her out of the Queen of the Ring, and then that could set her up for either a Queen of the Ring match, which I honestly don't think you should do, or a match at SummerSlam, which I thought we were going to do for Becky to finally lose her championship against Sol Ruka. And that's more of the all the big things need to happen at the big shows mentality. Like, oh, you can only lose your champion at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. Anything in between that, you cannot lose. But I feel like it would have felt better if that had been SummerSlam. You know what I mean? But it was a great match. We get a last round of, well, we don't really have anything for you, so I guess we'll just put you in the crowd for right now. Javon Evans, Io Sky, Ethan Page, and Lyra Valkyria. Hooray. And then we got Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. Oh, okay, so we're getting the King and Queen of the Rings things. Sorry, I'm gonna stop real quick. Alright, so we have the King and Queen of the Ring tournament brackets announced. I'm going to put that in front. I'm going to put that in the beginning of the video because, oh my god, I have some thoughts. They're going to be a bit weird, but I got some thoughts on this whole thing. Anyways, we get Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu in Tribal Combat Oos. I'm gonna really speed this because I actually want to talk about the King and Queen of the Rings brackets, and so I'm literally just going to tell you what I wrote down. Roman attacks Jacob's hand with a toolbox, you know, disabling the tongue and death grip. Jacob went for a hip attack to Roman through the barricade. Roman reversed that into a Superman punch before spearing Jacob through that barricade. Fatu hit a nasty little spear. Fucking Bobby laughed out. You know, where he kicks out and he huffs in the dick as he does. That was kind of cool. And then after a spear through the table and Roman's little charged up spear where he goes rope to rope to rope to spear, Roman Reigns is still your world heavyweight champion, meaning Jacob now has to acknowledge Roman, fall in line with the bloodline, and I guess keep his job. And at the very end, oh wait, what are we saying? Oh, I missed all that, whatever. Liv was starting to talk and I don't know what she was saying. At the very end, we got the NFTs of Solo, Tala, and Tama just standing in the outside ring. Oh, where y'all been? and then the show ends. A good episode of Pros, but it was good. Honestly, a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed this a lot. The match I tell you to go out of your way to watch, I have to. I do say watch Owen and Brock. I do. It was a good match. The result does still kind of hurt a little bit. And then Rhea Jade, that was a very good match. Rhea and Jade was a very good match. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me. And again, I'm gonna put all the King and Queen of the Ring stuff at the very beginning because I have some thoughts. But if you liked the video, make sure you like, you share, you comment, you subscribe. Please turn on that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload. The next upload you'll be seeing will be in my Monday Night Raw review. No, it won't be, because that's taking place earlier and I don't feel like it. I'll be at work, so I won't be reviewing it. So I'll probably, I don't know, I'll do like a short. I'll probably make just as short of the results that happened that night. So you won't really be getting a review, just an update. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Be safe, love y'all, take care, bye.